full transparency. But I have to say, Maria, I laugh at the Democrats who are now all of a sudden so interested in the Epstein files. For 4 years, Joe Biden and the Democrats did absolutely nothing about this story. We know that Jeffrey Epstein had a lot of connections with left-wing politicians and left-wing billionaires. And now President Trump has demanded full transparency from this. And yet somehow the Democrats are attacking him and not the Biden administration, which did nothing for 4 years.
Was it the right move for Comer to send subpoenas to the Clintons?
It absolutely was, and it drives home how, while the Democrats have tried to make this Epstein thing about anything but the fact that Democrat billionaires and Democrat political leaders went to Epstein Island all the time, who knows what they did, but it's totally reasonable to ask these questions. What you saw in the House's subpoena is they are trying to investigate all of the things related to this particular case. I know a lot of Americans want answers. I certainly want answers. And I think James Comer and the team of the House, they're doing the right thing. And of course, we know that Clinton, or allegedly he went to the island 26 times, 28 times. Totally appropriate for Comer to be asking what was going on at that island.
I am sure J.D. Vance thinks it's harder to move Democrat while he, Trump, and the rest of the cabinet scramble to bury Trump's connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe they are even fast pumping about owning the lips as the whole world watches the most blatant cover-up in modern history. Vance claimed Democrats and Biden ignored the Epstein story for 4 years, and he is not wrong. The left barely touched it. I was not deeply interested myself until the cover-up became impossible to ignore. Pam Bondi admitting one day the files were on her desk, and the next day they were gone. Trump tossing our distraction after distraction to avoid discussing Epstein. If a bombshell drop implicating a sitting president with world most notorious pedophile, you had to be fully blind not to pay attention. Vance then asked why Democrats would not release damaging info on Trump if they had it. The answer, they do not did it. The Biden DOJ had a file, and in the old days, President does not dictate DOJ action. Clinton Kermit chat with Lolita got months of outrage from the right, yet Trump can effectively tell AG Pam Bondi what to do and the GOP stays silent. So why do not Merrick Garland release them? Because Garland has been obsessed with avoid any appearance of politicization, even delaying investigation into January 6th for years. If the movement called for a fighter, Garland was a dog hiding under the bed on the 4th of July. His indecision left country less safe, less prosperous, and less democratic. Vance claimed Biden keeping files hidden to protect left-wing elites. If that's true, release them. I am on the left, and I want any corruption Democrat exposed. The right cannot say the same about their own. Meanwhile, Trump, the man supposedly demanding full transparency, is the one sitting on the files. If he wanted them out, they had been out. The only reason they are still sealed is because Bondi told him he is named in them. Vance praises the oversight committee move to compel the release, but eventually leaves out that they paired it with subpoenas for the Clinton and other Democrats to appear Trump. Fine. If anyone guilty, prosecute them, but let not pretend it. This is about justice. It's a smoke screen to distract from Trump's rule. As oversight, ranking Democrats Robert Garcia put it, Republicans are basically saying Yes, we want against Trump wishes on Epstein, but don't worry, we gave him some political red meat too. It's all about keeping the distraction alive, not uncovering the truth. Probably they seem to invent new conspiracy theory every day, and now they are spinning one about the Clintons tied to Russia and other bizarre accusation. It's all smoke and mirror to distract from the real scandal. The White House cover up of Epstein file. That's where the focus should be. While we push for their release, Democrats and much of the American public have been clear. We do not care who is in the file and what party they belong to. There is no cult of personality here. If you abuse traffic or harm people, you should be exposed. Whether you are a Democrat, Republican, or anyone else, we should all be united on that. And one more point. I have no problem with Kamar subpoenaing Democrats. If they did nothing wrong, they have nothing to fear. But if we are truly after a war, honest investigation, why not also subpoena Alex Acosta, Trump first-term Labor Secretary, who cut the sweetheart deal that let Epstein face just one criminal count and spend 6 out of 7 days outside of prison. That seems like someone worth questioning, right? Yet no subpoena for him because of his ties to Donald Trump. Vance keeps talking about transparency, but apparently that only applies to Democrats, not Republicans. Commissioned. The truth is, J.D. Vance knows he is gaslight his own supporter. With Maria, hell, this is not about truth. It's about protecting one man. And let's not forget, there was a time when J.D. Vance himself was crystal clear about releasing those files.
Everybody in politics has a vice that's much worse than alcoholism is the way that I put it. But we
release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
But that was just Vance saying whatever he needed to say to fool the rubies in this base. No, that Trump's name in those files. His ethicism for releasing them has vanished. It's a full-on protection racket. Exactly what the mega GOP has become. They campaign on accountability for the victim of pedophiles, and now they are shielding the pedophiles themselves.